Why cheating is allowed on game shows. Let's check it out. So we put Mr. Beast in the title and thumbnail. They said cheating allowed, right?
I built a giant death trap.
On October 7th, 2023, Mr. Beast posted this video with a contestant traveling through a series of obstacles. It was a video sponsored by a mobile
Stumble Guys.
game called Stumble Guys.
And it's not the only time they sponsored Mr. Beast. But yeah, you can make a video essay about every one of Mr. Beast's videos.
Along with CGI, the pivotal moments in the trap included obvious cuts.
Yeah, that first scene, that first scene is like completely CGI. Let's be real here. Whoa!
The second trap ends with contestant Zach diving under a door. See how his leg is here at this point. When it switches to an alternate angle, his leg is here. See the shoes and no bag? Now here's a bag and no shoes.
OMG, bro. Are you saying Hollywood is scripted, bro? Are you saying that?
The video has more than 150 million views.
Bro, you know how many views? You know how much the standard YouTuber would love to have that many views? Because 100 million views? Guys, he's gonna have billions of views on these videos. He does it well. He definitely makes sure to live up to those numbers. To the quality of like regular standard television programming, I think. But I still think maybe other I don't know if a view equals the same amount of money that a view would on like television, right? I don't know, fam, but yeah, he makes sure to put himself in every thumbnail. And so do I.
Around half of Mr. Beast's videos are now game shows.
It's just part of his portfolio, fam.
$111,500.
Their questionable reality is part of a history that goes back to a national scandal in the 1950s. It includes congressional hearings,
the dramatic climax of the probe of fixed and rigged quiz shows,
castaways in Borneo,
and the tribe has spoken,
and a brief era when cheating on a game show was a federal crime.
Jeez, bro. A crime?
With $100,000.
But yeah, so this channel posts like video essays, alright?
In the 1940s, television had begun advances across the nation. And by 1955, a game show called the $64,000 Question debuted on CBS.
yeah,
Alright, let's see how much. Never mind. I just wonder how much it was worth. Is that worth like $640,000 now or more?
$64,000 question.
A contestant in an isolation booth was asked increasingly difficult questions. The design implied security.
All the way back then, they still had better production quality than a lot of YouTubers.
Security and integrity.
Wait, how did did they film this themselves?
Questions were delivered
Seems like
straight
it.
from a bank vault to the set. It was sponsored by Revlon and was a fabulously successful TV show, topping ratings with 16 million viewers. Almost half of all houses that owned TVs were
Wait, it did better than I Love Lucy. Wow. Maybe that's why Mr. Beast is on top, right?
watching it.
It's in this year, it was the best show ever.
It started a quiz show boom. These shows included Dotto, a game where contestants answered trivia questions
Hey, it's kind of fun watching quiz shows, let's be real.
to unlock a connect the dots puzzle. The less said, the better. And 21,
Welcome back to 21.
a show where two contestants appeared in isolation booths. Each answered questions for points, hoping to reach 21. It was sponsored by Geritol, a supplement that claimed to help with
Tired blood. Tired blood.
the show
What? How do you get tired blood?
and trend peaked in 1957.
Wonder how much this $6 a year for the Time magazine, fam. Wow.
When Time magazine
Wonder how much this specific issue costs.
put long-running quiz champ Charles Van Doren on the cover. His streak began with the defeat of
Herbert Stemple, our 29-year-old GI college student.
You win $20,000. Congratulations, Mr. Van Doren.
Van Doren became a family-friendly celebrity, TV's own health-restoring antidote to Elvis Presley, as part of the literary Van Doren clan, a
I miss reading newspapers like that.
family well-known in New York intellectual circles. After his $129,000 streak ended, an amount worth $1.3 million
Jeez, yo. He's just on a roll, bro. The forces wanted him to win.
today, Van Doren became the Today Show's cultural correspondent. Just
And he got a job from it. Wow.
2 months later, the shows were so popular that Time magazine was asking, "Are quiz shows rigged?" There's all this rigmarole about locked vaults, one insider said. But who has the key to the locked vault? The producer, of course. Soon, everyone would be asking the same question. In summer of '58, Dotto went blotto. The show was canceled after a contestant found an answer-filled notebook backstage.
Well, is that how? Just gave him the answers?
A slew of shows were implicated in quiz guilt over the next few years, including 21. Herbert Stemple, the 21 contestant who had lost to Van Doren, made claims that 21 was rigged, with producers providing him questions and thorough stage direction.
Your time is up, Herb Stemple, for 5 points, which would give you 21. What motion picture won the Academy Award for 1955?
Dang, yo. Academy Awards were running back then? Jeez, I wonder. I don't know who won.
I don't remember.
Though producers claimed Stemple was blackmailing them, the U.S. House Subcommittee on Legislative Oversight began hearings on the quiz shows. The report began, "It is one thing to arouse and hold the attention of the viewing public by programs which are openly and avowedly pure fiction, and should be known as such to any reasonable person. It is quite another thing, however, when the airwaves, belonging to the people, whose free use has been licensed by the Federal Communications Commission, are used deceitfully
It would be so cool to have one of those vintage televisions, though.
to exploit for private profit the interests of the viewing public." Stemple unloaded details of the
Jeez, why is this image like AI rendered? Why does this look so high quality? Sometimes images come out better when they're in like this black and white. I never tried one of those suits. Everybody's got a suit. Those cost quite a bit.
coaching, in addition to questions and answers, like that they refused to turn on the air conditioning in his booth, thereby causing me to perspire profusely.
Charles Van Doren arrives to apologize and attempt
Yeah, don't be doing that. They're trying to get him to lose.
to explain to the millions whose friendship and respect he had won.
Van Doren eventually admitted, in testimony, he instructed me how to answer the questions, to pause before certain of the answers.
Let's see, there was this fellow named Monko.
On this first occasion, and
Wait, so at least he memorized. So he memorized the answers. That takes some brain power. That's hard to do. But schools kind of give you the answers before a test. You gotta study the answers, and then it feels like a memory test. But yeah, you study the answers before you get the test. It feels like a memory test.
on several subsequent ones, he gave me a script to memorize, and before the program he took back the script and rehearsed me in my part.
But his statement is a rueful and moving realization that for his wealth and fame, he paid a bitterly high price.
The investigations resulted in Van Doren losing his job as a Today Show correspondent,
PK.
and in the cancellation of other
50K is still a lot now.
quiz shows. Though he and others pled guilty of perjury in earlier testimony, he was freed. But more importantly, the Communications Act of 1934 was amended to include prohibited practices in case of contests of intellectual knowledge intellectual skill, or chance, making it unlawful with intent to deceive the listening or viewing public with up to a year of imprisonment.
Yeah, no cheating, fam. However, you can study before the test.
The FCC was in charge, and rigging a game show was a federal crime. So what happened?
Well, I was actually a huge Survivor fan, and I found the whole Stacey Stillman, Mark Burnett controversy to be super interesting.
After the 1950s, a combination of falling ratings and public distrust.
I think I don't know if this channel is gonna like copyright claim this video,
Kept game.
but it seems like they're using their own animations, and I don't know if they use their own animations and like stop. Are they able to like copyright claim it?
Game shows lower profile until a renaissance.
The first person who refuses to eat a bug loses immunity for their tribe.
Those bugs? Oh gosh.
The long-running show Survivor made its debut in 2000. Contestants competed
I don't know if the show still runs, but this took the world by storm.
in challenges, but crucially, elimination occurred via vote at tribal council. In 2001, an original Survivor cast member claimed the show was rigged.
Essentially, Stacey alleged that in the first season, in order to save a more ratings-friendly contestant,
You know, he's fat, but he's good.
Mark Burnett, the executive producer on the series, approached two other contestants on the beach and essentially said to vote for Stacey instead of that other contestant that they were planning on voting for.
Years later, attorney George
Sad, bro, sad.
Bredicum started to wonder, did the old quiz show laws apply in that case?
I filed a Freedom of Information Act request from 2000 to 2017.
But the lawsuit entered into a private settlement before any FCC investigation commenced. This followed
Well, there you have it.
a pattern in the 2000s of a weakened quiz show law.
The truth is, they're actually not really fighting these reality shows using that statute. The closest thing that I found was there was a planned Fox game show called Our Little Genius.
He also happens to be one of
Oh, I remember this, yo. I remember seeing ads for this, fam.
the smartest people in America.
The planned 2009
Bro, I was like, how is a freaking, like, 7-year-old freaking smarter than me, bro?
show cast kids as quiz competitors to adults. One complainant to the FCC said their child had been registered as a calculus expert, but was suddenly switched to music theory. It says a producer passed them note names, like the Hemi Demi Semiquaver, as the British name for the 64th note. The
Interesting.
complainant ended, saying, "I urge you to conduct an investigation."
That investigation was ultimately abandoned by the FCC because what the production did was essentially said, hey, we're not going to broadcast this. If we don't broadcast this, you guys don't even have jurisdiction, and it's true. The FCC only has jurisdiction for broadcast. Cable, do whatever you want. Internet, nobody cares. You can shoot
Our Little Genius.
something for broadcast, but as long as it doesn't actually air, you're not in violation.
Okay.
And the timeline of game show investigations overlaps with a change in consumption options. Game shows being real was possibly just a window in time.
3, 2.
But does it matter?
That was so. I'm speechless.
Hey. We'll see when Mr. Beast uploads his next game show video, which I don't know.
Everyone assumes that because I wrote this paper, I am in support of stronger regulations, stronger FCC enforcement. I really am not. I think we're at the point, everyone knows that what's on TV is often fake. Everyone knows what's on the internet
Yep.
is usually not real.
Can be real, can not be real, fam.
Mr. Beast has just one FCC license to help coordinate radio communication for his productions.
He does?
The Mr. Beast team did not respond to our multiple requests for comment. And in 1959, Geritol and Somonex's sales soared, while
He's a busy dude.
Van Doren sweated. Stumble Guys is currently number 6 in action on the App Store.
I want to tell you about Stumble Guys.
Hey everybody, my name
I don't even know what this video is about, but hey, there you have it.
is Phil Edwards. I'm the producer of this episode. If you're anything like me, you might be a little worried now that you have
Oh, that's cool how we get credits. Yeah, definitely need a team to just make this video.
tired blood.
Tired blood. Tired blood.
If you're a fan of Vox,
Can't recall having tired blood.
whether you've been watching us for years or this is your first video, I think that our mission is still pretty clear, that we want to give you high quality journalism and we want to keep it free. We don't want to put it behind a paywall. Now, most newsrooms, they'll make money through either advertising or subscriptions, but there are a couple big issues with those models, especially for a channel like ours. First, advertising
A huge channel, by the way. They have 11 million subscribers, so
goes up and down with the economy. We often only know a few months out what our revenue will be, which makes it pretty hard to plan. Second,
same here. I have no idea what my revenue is going to be, but fam.
we are not in the subscriptions business. Vox is here to help everyone understand complicated issues, not just the ones who can pay for stuff. We think it's important that everybody be able to get to it, and we can't do it if we have a paywall. So if those values sound like your values, you can help us reach that goal. Help us get to 95,000 gifts by the end of the year by going to vox.com/.
5,000 gifts. They want us to donate. Very well done video. I would be a little careful. Everybody knows, especially when we're talking about Mr. Beast's target audience. I'm still unclear as to why cheating is allowed on game shows. I don't know. Same here. That's why I don't know what this video is about. I mean, it's a 10-minute video, fam. What can you can only cram so much info in. You really need like an hour plus to. Anyways, I'll see you next one, fam.